Hi, everyone. Great being here today. This is Unicorn.Events calling from Industry Agnostic Unicorn Battle, and allow me to introduce to you our wonderful CEO, Anna Fedorova. Anna, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Victoria, so much. And I'm so happy to be here because we're heading our way to the finals. We have done already 5 events. Today is the 6th event in a row, and we will be having our Unicorn Cup very, very soon. Can you believe it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are at the world's largest startup pitch contest, Unicorn.Events. This season, we are doing industry-focused battles, and we have done already AR, VR, robotics, health tech, biotech, some more. And we are here at the Industry Agnostic Unicorn Battle. Today, startups will pitch irrelevant of the industry they represent. We just like those startups, and we selected them out of many, many, many applications. And so I really hope that our judges, our investors will be happy and find some great deals right here. And we are live and broadcasting all over the world thanks to our sponsors. We are very grateful to our platinum sponsor, Network VC, the management company of our global ecosystem and main center of our venture activities. And you can explore this amazing opportunity if you want to do venture business. Consider Network VC as your partner. Scan this QR code and go directly to Network VC. And thanks to our golden sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club, and accredited investors, this message is for you. If you want to invest into the startup that win our unicorn battles together with other VCs and business angels, scan this QR code and go to our event page and join us to participate in great deals. And thank you, our silver sponsor, Startup Inc., an investor onboarding and management platform to get an access to exclusive deals worldwide. We are scanning our planet to bring you extraordinary innovations from all over the world. Only the best ones make it to unicorn battles. The winner of today's online unicorn battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup Finals, March 16. It will be a grand happening with VCs, prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in the calendar and make sure you are there. Unicorn.Events is an open competition where successful startups pitch for private investors. We are the world's largest startup pitch competition by geography and the number of the events held already. We shed a light on the best startups since 2009 and do our events on a regular basis all over the world, online, offline, hybrid events, everything. So join us to see the best solutions and meet great personalities. We are proud to be leading a great community of prominent startups, of top VCs, of business angels, and we don't stand in the middle and just love when investors find great deals right here. We had seen it happening many, many, many times. That's why our numbers are so impressive. We only ask you to remember, when you had found an investor, please shoot us a note. Investor, when you had found a startup, please let us know. We will gladly follow you because our venture fund, Network VC, is currently investing. So sign up to our LinkedIn, YouTube community to be sure not to miss out any unicorns, and they're running back and forth at unicorn events every time. Because one of our unfair advantages is a great network of our partners that do unicorn pitches with us. That is state, country, or city pitch events for local startups to give them better chances to meet top VCs from all over the world. If you lead a startup community and we haven't been introduced yet, please contact me directly and we'll do business together. We are open to explore synergies to help startups and investors to play a more significant role in the global ecosystem. Join our partners network that is covering the whole planet from the USA to Singapore and from Australia to Canada. And please, please welcome to our wonderful family. So, welcome once again to the Industry Agnostic Unicorn Battle, and let's see what great discoveries are waiting for us right now. Please meet our wonderful Victoria, who is currently responsible for this event. Victoria manages our events all over the States. And Victoria, the floor is yours. What you have for us today?
Thank you, Anna, for passing me the mic. Obviously, this event wouldn't be happening without all of our partners. And here are some funds that are represented by judges here. Just allow me to give tribute to all of them. First is Mans International, GCD Venture Studios, QP Digital, IHQ Ventures, Intuitio Ventures, Silver Needle Ventures Fund, Qubit Ventures, Loyal VC, Epoch Partners, Chanzo Capital, Abnu Normal, Tomorrowwares Capital, Chirataya Ventures, and our media partners who help spread awareness of our events, IT Key Media, MIT Enterprise Forum CE. Thank you everyone for supporting our efforts, and we will obviously be extremely happy to collaborate with you in the future, and you'll always be welcome to our events. And for that, I'm gonna pass the mic back to you, Anna, to introduce our wonderful judges.
Thank you, Victoria. Yes, we have different categories of judges who vote for the startups and define who will be the winner and who will go into the Unicorn Cup for the World Finals. This on the screen, you see category of official judges. Also, we have category of expert board, that is representatives of the VC firms, of accelerators, of some other entities, corporations also, and we have business angels who vote also as a group. Official judges, they represent not only VC funds, but also some community that plays a significant role in the country or region. And let me start with a great friend of our events, wonderful Kelly Luo, representing Canada. Kelly is a founder and investor at Mans International. Hello, Kelly.
Hello, Anna. Thank you, Anna, Victoria, for having me. Nice to see you all and all the fellow judges. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Luo, founder and investor at Mans International based in Toronto, Canada. We're interested in B2B technology companies in the smart living and healthcare sectors. And we have established a good channel resources in North America and Asia to help you grow your business much faster. Our average check size is around $1 million. Good luck to all the participants. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Kelly, for coming. And I see Alexander has joined us. Please welcome Alexander Soroka, representing our global ecosystem. Alexander is a partner and CEO at Network VC, our main sponsor. Hello, Alexander.
Hello, Anna. Hello, everybody. Glad to be here today. As a fund, we usually invest in late seed round A stage, but sometimes we invest in seed as well. Usually we invest several hundred K, but no more than $1 million US. We are industry agnostic. We are geographically agnostic. We have investment not only in the US, but in Latin America, and Middle East, and Asia, and Europe. So yes, we are ready to listen to pitches of new startups today.
Great that you are ready, because we are ready to show you something very, very interesting. And please meet Walid Al-Bashir, representing United Arab Emirates. Walid is a founding partner at Intuitio Ventures. Hello, Walid.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad to be here. I'm a serial entrepreneur and venture capitalist. I've got 25 years of experience in technology, business, and startups, and including successful ventures in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And currently, I'm the founding partner in Intuitio Ventures, which is Dubai, Italy, and Silicon Valley, and Addis Ababa focus firm. And we're looking to see good disruptive startups today and good presentations from the founders. Wish everybody good luck today.
Thank you, Walid, so much. And please welcome Guillaume Kloof. Guillaume is a managing partner at Validate Tech, representing Netherlands today. Hello, Guillaume.
Hi, everybody. I'm Guillaume Kloof from Validate Tech, and we are an online accelerator program. And we primarily work with early stage startups, and we're trying to help all of these startups from around the world and helping them grow or getting them funded. So by all means, looking forward to these pitches of today, and may the best man or woman win.
Yes, totally support you in that. And please meet Rafael Saleh, representing Egypt. Rafael is a founding partner at Qubit Ventures. Hello, Rafael.
Hello, Anna. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me on board. I represent Qubit Ventures. We're based in Egypt. We're North Africa focused. We come at a seed to pre-series A stage, and we're industry agnostic. And I wish everyone fantastic pitching and great showmanship.
Thank you so much. And please meet Saul Abrach, our great friend from Israel. Saul is a founder and managing director at the Elul Funds. Hello, Saul.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for the invitation. I'm glad that I can make it. I've been missing a few of the events lately because of other commitments. So it's a pleasure to be here and see friends that I know and people that I'm meeting. My background is I've been in the startup venture capital world for 35 years. The Elul Fund is a fund here in Israel that invests in local companies with global aspirations. I wish everybody a lot of luck and looking forward to a fruitful event tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming. And besides official judges, we have wonderful expert board. Judges representing VC funds, accelerators, some other entities related to startup and VC community. Dear judges, please introduce yourself shortly, pointing out what startups do you invest in, what's your sweet spot check size, what industry are you looking for right now. And to do this in order, please push a button, raise your hand, and I will see your hand and we'll give you a floor. So who would like to start? Yeah. Hello, Tony. Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the invite. My name is Tony Zernoon. I'm in Silicon Valley. I am the founder, executive chairman, and an entity called Human Capital Venture Corp. We are angel investors, but more than that, we help early stage startups as a trusted human bridge network, particularly focusing on cybersecurity and adjacency markets, AI, as you can imagine, fintech, and also telemedicine. Also participate in different funds, primarily look at early stages and, check sizes from 25K to 250K, and the different funds go above that. Focus is to find truly disruptive early stage startups that we can help co-pilot and leverage a trusted network to provide access to strategic dollars and also go to market.
Thank you, Tony, so much. Welcome. And please meet Gary Fowler, long-term friends of ours. Hello, Gary.
Yeah, no, it's great to be here. I love you guys. So my name's Gary Fowler, serial entrepreneur and investor. I'm the CEO and founder of GSD, Get Shit Done Venture Studios. We have a hyper accelerator called GSD Labs. We have 127 companies in our portfolio today from 55 countries. We work a lot with top tier family offices from around the world that are interested in artificial intelligence. And as many of us know, institutional investing is down, but family offices are up. We work with some of those top family offices. What we do is we have a curated model where we put them through GSD Labs. We understand the team, we understand technology, and help them with the marketing, sales, business development. We're also investors and we're interested in investing, but we say it's like dating before you get married. We want to know what you have and how we can help.
Wonderful, Gary. Hope you find something interesting today.
Thank you.
And please meet Roman. Roman, the floor is yours.
Hi, I'm Roman. Good morning, good afternoon to all of you. We have been investing in the previous two funds primarily to seed phases, mostly in the Czech and Slovak republics, and we are currently raising a 30 million Series A fund that would be looking at industry tech mostly in CE region, and I'm really glad to be to have the opportunity to see all of you, to meet all of you, and to see the great pitches.
Thank you, Roman, for coming. Enjoy, and please meet wonderful Alison Arnov.
Good morning. Good morning from Los Angeles. I'm an executive coach, consultant, and advisor, but I'm also the executive director for the Startup Accelerator at Co-Founders Lab and our new program that's launching next month called Launch. Co-Founders Lab is the largest community in the world to find your co-founder, and it may be one of the, if not the largest startup community in the world. We have a Startup Accelerator, but we couldn't scale that. So how can we serve more founders? So we're starting our launch program. If you're familiar with Vistage, we're going to be having communities. So you might be with people that are at similar stages with you or similar types of technologies in your own community with your own advisor. You'll have special content every month, special sessions, and build a community to help you carry your startup forward and make sure that you are successful.
Wonderful, Alison. Welcome. And please meet Tom.
Hello, everyone. It's good evening from where I am, but it's great to see everyone. So I'm a founders associate at eWar, and effectively we combine an education platform and also a VC fund. So we've just finished raising our fund at the moment, which we're going to be investing in the best talents who either don't have their own business idea, but join our programs and create one with it, or those early stage startups that we really believe in on the ticket of up to 150K. So depending on what stage they join us, that's a valuation of between 1 and 1.5 million euros. So really excited to see the early talent on display tonight.
Wonderful, Tom. Welcome. And we are done with judges' introduction, we can move on. Last call. Anyone else wants to speak up? If not, Victoria, please join me on the stage. We want to see startups.
I am here, happy to obviously moderate this part of this discussion. Meet our amazing startups. Some here are winners of the previous round of our events, which are unicorn pitches. So many startups you see here are winners of their region, representing their country on our event here. As we are international, hence, we have a great emphasis on startups going global. So this is here one of their chances to do that. And they're going to have 3 minutes for pitching and 3 minutes for the Q&A with the judges. The questions will be answered in first come, first serve. So whenever you raise a hand, I'm going to follow the order in which you raised your hand. Just so everyone has an opportunity to ask a question. And startups, I'm gonna ask you to mind the time. I'm gonna remind you when you have 30 seconds left. And then please also keep your answers concise, so more judges have opportunity to ask you a question. And allow me to give the floor to our first amazing startup, Exam Lounge, representing India, Prakar. The floor is yours. Please share your screen and you will have 3 minutes.
Is my screen visible? So I'll just start.
Yes, of course. And I'm going to start the countdown and I'm going to tell you when you have 30 seconds left.
Sure. So
go ahead.
Hello, Okay, I'll start. So hello, this is Prakhar Agrawal. I am from India. I represent Exam Launch, and we are Google Maps for students' learning journey. So the problem that every student comes up with, say, no matter how much they are scoring, how much is their current preparation level, everybody is being taught and evaluated in exactly the same way, not only in India, but across the world. So due to this, what happens is that the top performing students is always being focused upon. To understand the problem in detail, suppose we want to learn anything today, we go to either coaching, schools, colleges, and the study schedule is fixed by the coaching, not by the student. So no matter what a student's previous knowledge is, everybody is being taken into account in exactly the same way. How much they are learning, whether they are learning or not, everybody is having a same curriculum journey period. So as per Heichanger report and various other reports, less than 5% of the students can actually able to pace up with the curriculum. And so this is the big problem that we are targeting. And only in India, the market is more than $14 billion. So what's the solution? Instead of student following the curriculum, what if we make a curriculum that follows students? So that's what we do using reinforcement learning and flow theory. We make the curriculum that understands students' learning capability, cognitive capability, and updates according to that. So this is how our model works. Student comes, we take the initial assessment test. Instead of having a fixed curriculum, they have a tree-based curriculum, and a reinforcement learning algorithm provides them the various paths which they can follow and proceed. This is how our product looks. Student comes to a platform, we take their test, we tell them how much they are prepared, and instead of comparing with each other, they are provided tree. So the goal of a student is to make that tree as green as possible. So that's what we are enabling students to. In terms of competition, there are a lot of edtech platforms in India. The area of differentiation for us is the dynamicity of the curriculum and the personal mentorship part, which we provide to the students. Now, so imagine if we ask Albert Einstein, what curriculum system, what education system do you prefer? So he would have liked it, because he said, how can we measure a fish by its ability to climb a tree, right? So it will live its whole life imagining that it's stupid, right? So that's what we are doing, as opposed to the current education system, which is a linear fixed way of teaching students. We believe
You
the
have
future is
30 seconds left. Just heads up.
So we believe the future of education is not the linear. Everybody has their own different capability. So everybody should have their own learning path. So that's what we believe, and that's what we are building for the future. Thank you.
Looking awesome. I would love to try it myself, to be honest. And let's start the Q&A. Rafah, please go ahead.
Hello, and thank you for the impact you're creating. The question is, how do you correlate between the result of the assessment that was done and the actual path that the student needs to take, and how dynamic is that as they progress within that path?
Got it. So currently we are doing this for competitive exams in India. And in competitive exams, we have the fixed syllabus, fixed content, what is coming. And what we have done is we have analyzed past 20 years of paper. And from that, we understand the level of the student that student need to proceed. And with their question solving ability, their practice, their video engaging content. So from these are the features for a reinforcement learning model.
Thanks.
So does that answer your question?
Yep. Sol, please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Oh, sorry, Giuliani. My bad.
Yes, I do have one question. What's your current traction so far, and how do you make money?
Right. So our business model is we charge students, and for the subscription for 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months for their course. And so we started generating revenue. We are quite early stage. We started generating revenue from August, and it was just started with 2,500 USD. And we have been growing 15% month over month. So right now we are doing $5,000 monthly revenue run rate.
All right. Thank you very much. Sol?
Yeah, thank you. So how much did you say you charge student each month? Before I ask my question, I didn't quite understand.
Yeah. So we charge so for different courses, there are different range, but we charge somewhere from $100 to $300.
$100.
$100 to $300. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And my question is, so this looks like an offline system. How does this fit into the classroom, and how do you manage? What's the role of the teacher in all of this?
Right. So basically, this is mostly peer learning system, and a mentor is there instead of a teacher. So we have mostly recorded content. So it's not live lectures. So it's recorded content with different paces of the content, with different teachers teaching different pace of the content, and we are matching students' capability with which teacher student can keep most of their content, right? So it's not live lectures. So it's recorded lectures with doubt sessions.
I see. And I think we have a bit of time for Tony's question, and then we're going to be done. Tony, go ahead.
Sure. So thank you for sharing this. What is your plan to grow this? I mean, learning is very, very vast. Are there any particular verticals? Is it more like around certification path? And the reason I tell you one suggestion is there's 4 million talent gap in cybersecurity. There's so many different things you can do in cybersecurity, and we need so many talents. And it's not something you go to school to become a cybersecurity expert. So I see that tree, and I think that there's different abilities and a lot of career transitioning in this time where people are losing jobs. So I don't know if you're doing that, but one suggestion is to think about how do you apply it and take one vertical and prove in that vertical, whether it's that, whether it's telemedicine, whether it's anything else. But I don't know what your success path is, more of a suggestion.
Yeah, I think thanks a lot for this. So currently we are doing this for competitive exams, and we'll be doing this for skill-based upskilling for jobs and for placements. Yeah, and thanks for suggestion.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Also, you have questions in the Q&A down on the panel, so feel free to type your answer. And thank you very much. That was a great presentation. And let's introduce our second contestant. It's Control Energy from France. Raouf?
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hi, please share your screen.
Sure. Can you see my
Okay,
screen?
and yes, you're going to have 3 minutes to pitch, and the time starts now.
Okay, great. So hi, everyone. I'm Raouf from Control Energy. Did you know that 5% only of the world's batteries are currently recycled, and 95% ends up in nature or are being cremated, polluting air, water, and soil, mainly because the current batteries are too complex, time-consuming to be financially viable. To tackle this massive issue, we created LiPo, the first smart battery made of recycled materials that is wire-free and reusable. So with LiPo, you simply need to remove the top lid, which is the on-off, the top cap holding all the electronics. You easily access to your cells, send the old cells to be recycled, put in new cells, and voila, you have a brand new battery ready to power up anything. So basically, we are turning plastic bottles into reusable batteries with a lifespan of 40 years. But behind this little bad boy, we realize tons of technology, 2 years of R&D, 2 patents. For a bootstrapped company, it's not that bad. And that allows us to have the first chemistry agnostic BMS recognizing lithium and sodium. The advantage for the users are certain. So first, it's 30% size and weight of a regular 12 volt, 7 amps lithium lead battery, sorry. It saves the user 75% on the battery replacement and 30% cut of the energy consumption bill. For the planet, every 300 grams of LiPo saves 190 kilos of CO2 equivalent. We have a very virtuous business model where we incentivize the users to send us their old batteries or help us to collect their old batteries to be recycled in exchange of a voucher or a discount on their new batteries. Everything happens smoothly in-app. Currently, we are tackling the stationary energy storage market for 2 reasons. First, we spent, me and my co-founder, 10 years in this industry, so we know it quite well. Second, is the fastest growing energy market segment. We have 2 products to tackle the market. First, it's LiPoDex, made of LiPos. It's fully modular, decentralized energy storage system that is as easy to use and to install as your TV. And the second is the LiPoPixel, which is the cheapest and the coolest alternative to the Tesla Powerwall. We are
You have 30 seconds left.
Great. We are currently fundraising, and we love to have our supporters to disrupt this industry because competitors hate us, users will love us. So join lipo.tech. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was amazing. Okay, Walid, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Great presentation. And I think the problem you're trying to tackle, it's a major problem, especially with more gadgets, more electric vehicles and stuff like that. My question would be on your strategy to go to market, especially, there are major big players in this field here. So are you going to go to market directly? Are you going to go through OEM model or resellers, or what are you planning? Considering, there's a logistic elements also into having the first set and exchange.
Yep. Well, we are going to the market through many channels. D2C through our website, it's more for brand awareness to make people know that there are replaceable batteries out there. But our main channel will be B2B2C. For example, we are speaking to many energy vendors, providers, real estate developers, because that would be the major win for us, etc. We are also approached by many B2B clients, for example, Orange, the telco provider in France, etc., that are also interested by this way of using energy with a battery as a service, where they don't need to monitor and replace their batteries. We do it on their behalf directly with our monitoring system.
All right. Sol, please go ahead.
Hey, thank you. So very interesting circular economy kind of setup you have. I'm curious in terms of cost, like how do you charge for the batteries? Is it a one-time? Is it a replacement fee? Is it a subscription fee? How does that work?
Okay, so the first purchase, the user buys the LiPo. He can buy the cells from us to have the guarantee, but we use the most common lithium cells here, so they can buy them anywhere in the world. And then everything happens in-app. The user will be warned that his cells will need replacement within 6 months, 3 months, etc. Do you want to replace cells? Yes, no. He put yes. He received new cells. Send us the old cells. Get 10% discount. For big volumes, because sending like boxes of cells would not be funny for like B2B client, etc. We offer them like a hybrid model where they pay a subscription for the monitoring to monitor their energy everywhere in the world. But also we have a battery as a service where we monitor on their behalf, collect on their behalf, and supply new cells on their behalf. So it's not their job to manage their energy, and we guarantee 100% batteries all the time.
So how much do they actually pay for the refill? And how do you know which cells are empty and which ones aren't? The cells deplete at different rates.
Yeah, so we know it because we have what we call a BMS. It's a battery management system. Usually you have one, it's an electronic card and a software, basically. Usually you have one per battery pack. In our case, we have one per module that can predict which one of these cells is defective, old, overcycled, etc. So we can know that in our module number 5, we have 3 cells that are the cell 1, 2, 3 that needs to be replaced, and that's our big unfair advantage in terms of logistics, etc. And for the battery, people will pay $29. For the replacement, to get like a brand new battery, they will pay $9. So it's $1 a cell. And in the case of the software, we are discussing different pricing with different clients because, for example, for border security, they don't want the SaaS cloud, anything. They need it to be end-to-end encrypted, and that will be more expensive, basically.
I think that's about all we have time for. Judges, and judges and business angels, feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A. Ravka, you can text the answers as well. And let me introduce our next contestant is Kikliko, and it's Givi. Givi, please go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Everyone. One sec. Yeah. Hi again. My name is Givi, and I would like to introduce Kikliko. Did you feel that? That's the power of the sound. That's the reason why videos are becoming the kings of the content. And that's the exact reason why millions of people are using such clips to share their emotions in social media while messaging or creating content. But if you want to get such clip today, you must visit YouTube, find it, download it, and cut it manually, and then send it in the messenger. That's why we created Kikliko, social network of short clips and video memes, and one of the first intent-based brand advertising tools. With our cross-platform application and iMessage integration, users can scroll and search through millions of popular moments from movies, TV shows, and random videos to share their emotions while messaging or create an amazing content. We launched this year and managed to generate over 4 million GIFs and clips, which is basically GIFs with sound, which will grow up to 10 million in the next few months, making us the largest library of short clips in the world. We noticed that a lot of people are creating content on TikTok with the help of our clips, which in future will help us either integrate with TikTok or exit the company. Most importantly, we managed to get first integrations with messengers and e-wallets. This is actually one of the integrations we have. You just search for a clip, preview it.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
And then send it to your friend. But the goal is to integrate with platforms like Discord, Viber, Snapchat, Twitter, and many more. Great news is that currently we are in the process of integrating with one of the biggest and largest social networks in former Soviet Union countries with 400 million users, called OK. After integrating with OK, next step is to integrate with VK, which is actually the owner of the OK social network, which has over 500 million users. This all gives us the possibility to reach a market of around 1 billion users. In order to explain the business model we have, let's look at Kikliko this way. We as a users don't search "I'm hungry" in Google, right? But we do use those kinds of keywords, intent-based keywords, while searching for our favorite clips or GIFs. And that's exactly when we might see a creative and funny content of McDonald's, BMW, Apple, and whatnot. The market we are targeting is very big. Over $82 billion are spent on video ads annually, and over 7 billion GIFs are shared daily. And all big GIFs companies like Giphy, Tenor, Giphycat were acquired by Google, Meta, Snap, and other big giant organizations. $100,000 US, which we raised in December from Presto Ventures, has allowed us to scale our servers, generate millions of content, and get ready to integrate with the biggest social networks in the world. Currently,
you
we
have
are opening
slightly less than 30 seconds left.
Thanks. We are a group of professionals with many years of experience in development, digital marketing, and entrepreneurship. I and Waska have worked together for many years since university and built tens of complex products for local and global organizations. We have a team of 28 content moderators and 4 developers ready to make Kikliko the next unicorn.
Not bad, not bad. Now you.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Okay, sounds interesting. Kelly, please go ahead.
Hi, Givy. That's a great presentation. So my question is, are there any copyright issues involved in using movie clips?
Yeah, so there is a Digital Millennium Copyright Act, DMCA policy, which we have adopted, which allows you to have as many content as you want if you comply DMCA, which means that you should have like 5-10 second videos on your platform, which makes sense. For example, if someone watches your clip on the platform of GIF, and that person should, it shouldn't mess with watching the movie itself. That's the policy which YouTube has, which Giphy has, which Tenor has, which Google has. All the big companies have adopted that policy, and so are we. So there is no copyright issues.
Okay, great. All the best.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, Alexander.
Hey, I really great traction, and yes, I like your results. But my question is, do you have any traction in normal and democratic countries, not like Russia? Because your traction in Russia does not mean anything for investors.
Yeah, actually, the OK, those social networks which I mentioned are very popular in Romania, in Poland, in Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. And if you look at our traction today, when we have like before launching the integration with OK social network, right now we have like 10,000 daily active users, and 90% are from United States, right? And after integrated with OK, it will give us possibility to have the traction. Like we are predicting to have like from 500,000 to 1 million daily active users, right? So it will give us this traction will be not from Russia, not from only Russia, but from all former Soviet Union countries, including Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Poland, Latvia, etc. Right? Countries which use those social networks.
And do you have any revenue today?
No, actually, we tried our business model. We we had clients like Wolt, the food delivering company, the largest bank in the region, TBC Bank, etc. But we are not starting to generate any revenue because right now we are growing in the valuation exponentially, right? And after that, we will either start generating like millions of dollars, or maybe exit the company and get acquired.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And we have 30 seconds. I think, Rafah, do you still want to ask a question?
Yeah, sure. I was going to ask about revenue, but that was answered. So the other question would be around competition. And what other solutions can I use to get the same effect?
Yeah, so there's only one great thing in this industry is that you should be first, right? So we are the first and the biggest with the biggest library in the world in this direction. And whoever is the first and whoever integrates with top social networks in this direction. So it is like most likely that company has the monopoly. And right now we are the only one with integrations. Right now integrating with top social networks in the former Soviet Union country where Giphy and Tenor doesn't exist. And we are integrating clips, GIFs with sound, which is new product, and GIFs as well, which Giphy and Tenor have, which makes us the acquisition, interesting acquisition for Google and Facebook. Meta, basically.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Allow me to pass the mic to our next participant, Everhome Realty, David. David, please. Oh, yep. But I don't think we can hear you yet.
All right, unmuted. Sorry about that. Thank you.
No worries, no worries. You have 3 minutes starting now.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm David. Thanks for allowing me to be here. And this is my 8th startup. Last year I was ranked 124th out of 1.6 million real estate agents in the United States, which is where I get my operational expertise. And I'm happy to be supported by a board of entrepreneurs who are helping us achieve our mission, which is to make real estate more equitable for all. Currently in the United States, if somebody goes to list a house, they have 2 options. One is to list their house for sale by owner where they are unrepresented, and they assume all the liability as a result of a complex legal transaction, and on average, end up selling their house for 11% less money than they would if they listed with a traditional real estate agent, which is what most people do. 92% of people end up listing with an agent, but the average cost is 5.4% of the sale price, which is an obscene amount of money, if you think about it. And the question that we're trying to address all the time is, what does the price of the house have to do with the cost of selling it? Why does an $800,000 seller pay twice as much to sell the house as a $400,000 seller if it takes the same amount of time, money, and effort to sell both houses? So what we did to disrupt this cycle is we created a 7-step selling process that allows homeowners to sell their house in 7 days with guaranteed results. They don't give anything up. They get full service representation, massive exposure on the multiple listing service, professional photos, digital marketing package, yard sign, lockbox, showing coordination, everything that a home seller would expect from a local real estate agent. But instead of paying a percentage of the sale price, they pay a flat fee of $4,950 for most houses under $1 million. And we're able to deliver it at that price because we're leveraging time and technology to make this process significantly more streamlined and efficient. We're not the first people to do it. Purple Bricks did this in the United Kingdom. They went from startup to the top agency in the UK in under 6 years with over 5% of the market. We are early seed, but we have revenue. We're growth stage, or I guess we're seed stage, where we've got proof of concept where we've generated about 400 transactions and over $2 million in revenue so far. And along the way, we've accumulated almost 200 5-star reviews from consumers who are now sending us repeat and referral business. As an entrepreneur, this is great business. A traditional real estate agency generates a profit of under 5%. At scale, we're at 48% gross profit revenue. We are raising right now. We want to maximize exposure and expand. We're in 2 states. We're trying to get in 25 states by the end of this year and all 50 states by the end of next year. And as a result, we'll be able to add some additional revenue streams and have hockey stick type growth in an industry that has about $100 billion and 4 million in commissions and about 4 million transactions every year. I think I'm out of time, so I'd be happy to answer some questions.
Yep, of course. Okay, Tony, please go ahead.
One question, do the seller pays you first or do they sell after you sold the house?
Good question. We get paid at the close of escrow, paid only on success.
Okay. And then do you have an intent to partner with I guess the broker side of the house, since to be, they do a lot of effort to try to get business from, real estate right now in this market. So would that be a good partner investor in your venture?
A real estate agency, you mean?
No, the other one, the loan, the broker.
Mortgage company. Well, because we're focused on the seller side, mortgage company, there's not much traction on the mortgage company, and I'm not sure that's really a good fit. That would be a better fit for the buy side of the transaction as opposed to the sell side.
Happy to share, but basically, they create the demand so you can sell even faster, right?
Exactly.
So if you partner with the mortgage to bring, pre-approved buyers, I think they would be very much interested to invest in you because you're bringing the right, sellers into that, and then basically they bring the right buyers. So certainly they're hungry for, business these days.
Right.
Happy to talk with you. I work with a fund that actually, a lot of them are real estate and investors. So there may be some timely synergy. So we can work offline.
Great. I look forward to that.
Awesome. And I think Rafah was next.
Yes, quick question. You mentioned guaranteed in the beginning. So what exactly do you guarantee to your clients?
Okay.
The other quick thing, if there's time, you mentioned as well that it is through technology, you're able to streamline the whole process and make it faster and more economic. So can you elaborate on that as well?
I'll do my best. So what the guarantee is, we guarantee people if they follow our system that they will get offers in the first 7 days, or they can cancel their listing and owe us nothing. So that's the guarantee. In terms of leveraging technology, we've built an app. So when people want to list their house with us, they go online, they input all the information, they sign their listing agreement. And then that allows us, the software and the technology backbone of the company allows us to handle these transactions remotely, where we do everything that a traditional real estate agency does, except two things. We don't charge a crazy percentage-based commission, and we're doing everything remote. We're not going back and forth to the house. We're handling everything remotely and via technology, and that's how we're able to deliver the efficiencies.
Thank you.
And I think we have time for one more question from Sol, and then we will be done.
Okay, thank you. Where's the guy? Oh, I don't see him anymore. Anyway, did he leave?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry. So you mentioned this is your 8th startup. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So what were some of the other ones, and how did you do there?
Well, I've done 4 technology startups and 4 real estate startups, and I've combined these two. The one I exited, the bigger one was a company I had, Selling Smarter, where we were showing real estate or mortgage industry professionals how to convert internet leads into loan applications and close loans, where we sold that to a doc company called Doc Magic a number of years ago, and we go from. I'd be happy to elaborate offline, but a number of successes and exits.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that sounds amazing. Also, Adrian and Alexander, please feel free to type your questions in the Q&A. Thank you, David. That was very interesting.
Thank you.
All right. Next is Datum. Maybe I think Datum from Ukraine, and if the presenter Leonid, please share a screen.
Can you see my screen now?
Yep, and you have 3 quick questions. I'm sorry, 3 minutes starting now.
Thank you. Very glad to be here and represent Datum. We do B2B data integration automation, and these days every company in the world has to connect to many different sources, many different systems internally and externally. And still, despite many tools that are available on the market, a lot of things are still done manually. And that represents a lot of questions. You have to go through IT every time. Data is complex. It takes time to understand the data, and it delays revenue. It delays your business process, and the information that should flow through the organization is always complex, and it takes a lot of time to get there. So we built our AI engine that helps people and companies to find the most efficient way to bring data from point A to point B. So instead of doing everything manually, using different tools, we build our platform to actually optimize and automate this process as much as possible. And our first projects show that we can actually save 80% of time and money for the organizations to deal with the data. Datum is a no-code platform, so you don't have to be an engineer to actually deal with complex data and establish connectivity for your organization or your department with external and internal data sources. Actually, the Datum platform helps people to deal with complexity of the data with the help of AI. We reduce the time that needed for people to get connected to, again, external or internal sources and figure out the complexity of the data. There are many competitors in the space. Data management, data integration space is very crowded. What makes us different is our unique approach to use AI to figure out the complexity of the data and to bring data quickly from the source to destination. It's a huge market. It's growing every year. I believe that our total obtainable market is around $1 billion. We are B2B subscription model. We have 3 subscribers. We have 10 completed projects. We finished last year with 200,000 ARR.
And you have 20 seconds.
We are raising right now. We are a team of data professionals and data scientists who are very passionate to actually reduce the manual labor in the data world as much as possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leonid. Thank you. This is fascinating. Allison, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so I used to work at Apogee, which was an API management tool that went public and got bought by Google. So familiar with this space. I'm curious about your marketing strategy. Since it is a very crowded space, have you ever considered OEMing this to those big companies because they are in the customers as a value add front end for the solutions they're already offering?
This is exactly what we are doing. Great question. We don't want to build a direct sales organization. We actually want to partner with companies to be a front end to build a smart and resilient connector between the external world and the company. So we are talking to Snowflake to build a Snowflake app within Snowflake ecosystem, so Snowflake customers can connect with each other seamlessly. APG is a great example. We are talking to Airbyte. We are talking to Fivetran, again, to be not to just move data from one place to another like they do, but do it in a smart way. So at the end, you receive the data in the way, shape, and form you need it in your destination. So yes, the idea is to use data as a technology enabler for many companies who do data integration already.
Yeah, so reach out to me and I'll see if I can get you some introductions into Google.
Thank you. Perfect.
All right. Okay, while we're waiting for people to come up with their questions, I personally have AI background, so I'm going to ask you, how exactly is your AI different from all the other ones? Is your technology hard to replicate? How did you come up with this? How much time do you think it will take your competitors, for example, to look at your product and reverse engineer your solution so they can use it for themselves?
It's a very, very good question. So we've been building our AI engine for almost 3 years right now, and the amount of data we put through our engine and the architecture of our transformers is very unique. Obviously, everything can be replicated. I mean, Google can probably do it in a heartbeat. They have all the people and money to do that, but it's actually for them easier to buy something like Datum than to build themselves. So it's a combination of understanding of the data, understanding of the data integration, typical data integration project complexities. I spent 20 plus years doing that manually. So it's a combination of things, but it can be replicated. Yes.
I see. All right. I'm gonna let Alexander ask his question, and then I think we're gonna close the Q&A.
Leonid, you're going to have this year in your plans 1 million in ARR, so it's 5 times growth. Do you think it's possible, and what's the probability? Who do you have in your pipeline?
So the reason why we are aiming for such an aggressive growth rate is that we are actually going to OEM kind of channel partnership with a couple of companies, Snowflake and Airbyte specifically this year, and next year with different clouds, where we're going to scale our sales significantly by addressing all their customers. They have tens and hundreds of thousands of customers. So if we get like several percent of their customer base with our solution as a, again, bolt on their technology, we'll be able to scale our sales significantly. That's the goal.
All right, sounds interesting. Okay, thank you very much. We'll be interested, obviously, in hearing how it's going for you. And let me introduce to you Bikey, our startup from Italy, represented by Enrico.
Okay,
Enrico,
thank you a lot.
The floor is yours. Please share your screen.
Thank you. Here we go. So hello, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm Enrico Benedetti, and my company is Social Green Mobility. We deal with innovative mobility systems, mostly in the Italian land. And right now, our current mission is to provide to the tourist sector more sustainable and integrated means of transport. So our first project is called Bikey. It's a project that it's not only a bike sharing project, but is also a profit sharing. Bike sharing because we provide our bikes free of charge to selected partners, for example, to hotels, and having the bikes in the structures, they can put them at disposal of their clients, the tourists. So the tourists can use our app autonomously and rent bikes as much as they want. But we also have the assistance, which is provided free of charge to all our hosts. And it's also a profit sharing because we give a percentage to our hosts, the 20%, and 10% to the maintenance technicians. So this is a little scheme of what we will earn together. So clearly the system wouldn't work if the tourist does not use our bikes. So as we all know, when we are on holiday, it's so very important to be comfortable in our movement to visit our destinations. And but there are some critics to the traditional mobility systems. So the traditional mobility systems, for example, taking public transports, you can incur in long waits, long walks, congested community. While taking the car, you can incur in traffic, parking can be living hell, and obviously heavy emission. We think that our electric bikes and our app is the complete opposite of this. It's accessible, it's intuitive, it's cheap, and it's fun and eco-friendly. So how can we convince the hotels and all the other partners to take our bikes? We do an offer that they cannot refuse. What I mean is that we give them free of charge electric bikes, the app, which is both client and management, all the support and maintenance, and a percentage, 20% of their earnings in their structure. What we ask, only a small area, and the power consumption, which is very, very low. So our
you
bikes
have 20 more seconds.
Okay, thank you. So our bikes are very beautiful, but I don't have time to tell you about them. They are very resistant, and they're equipped with the smart lock and the GPS tracker, which combined with with our apps, then they create a capillary fit-all rent-a-bike system, which is suitable for many, many different partners, hotels, campsites, and so on. So we can say that our strength is in the connections And this huge of potential partnership is the real value that we want to exploit and monetize.
Thank you so much. You should feel free to leave your presentation on whatever slide you prefer.
Okay, thank
and
you.
I'll let Kelly, please ask your question.
Hi, nice presentation. So my question is regarding your gross margin, because this business, we have already invest several similar projects, and one of their problems is the operating costs regarding maintenance, repair, and perhaps theft of the electric bicycle. So how do you handle that?
Yes, so we had the same problem at first, but right now we are focusing only on very high end partners, so luxury hotels that they can easily rent the bikes for around 60, 70 euros per day. And so we kind of earn enough to go on and to grow. And also we have developed the system to sell our bikes after a couple of years. And this really puts some more profit in. Yeah.
Okay, so other than that, do you have any other revenue streams?
No, only rentals, and we are developing other projects. For example, a photovoltaic canopy with also a how do you call it? An electric tower for the charging of cars and bikes, and we sell them. We don't rent them. So it works for corporates. It works for obviously little towns, also good big towns, and all other parties that are interested in this kind of investment. And our bikes fits perfectly well under them, obviously.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
And Walid, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, great presentation. I think you've been tackling the business model in an innovative way by aligning to hotels. Personal mobility after COVID has a lot of setbacks, stuff like that. How would you defend this model against, such issues that's happening with several unicorns, essentially?
Okay, so what you are asking is how to defend against competition?
Not against competition. The trend itself, we see a couple of main players in the market, especially in Europe, who have been, having issues after people came back, to using public transport and other stuff, and stuff like that. How would you protect down the line,
Okay. Yeah, understood. Yeah, what our sector is actually a very good sector in Italy because we work mainly with tourism. So maybe I can show you the slide with the business model, which is maybe more clarifying. So the tourist sector in Italy has grown so much in the last 15 years. It's like 4 times what it was. And what we think is that the tourist, what he's looking for, in addition to obviously the health interest of people and to the sensibility of the client to the green, to the eco-friendly world. A big thing that we think that you need to focus to survive in the tourist sector is experience, because people are getting bored of always consumption and just move from one restaurant to another, even if in Italy, obviously, it makes sense. But, they're looking for an experience, and the bike, for example, especially the electric bike, since it's kind of a newness still, at least in Italy, it gives you this kind of experience, and it's something different that the tourist is still looking for. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very
much.
I
hope this answers to your question.
I think that's about all we have time for, but judges, feel free to ask your questions in the Q&A or type to the startup in the chat. Thank you for your presentation, Enrico.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
And allow me to pass the mic to Film Board from India, represented by Rajesh. Rajesh, are you with us? I don't think we can hear you yet.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right.
Can you see my screen also?
Yep. And thank you. You have 3 minutes to present, and the time starts now.
Okay. Hi, everybody. This is Rajesh Pota. I represent this company called Filmboard. We were recently awarded national award by the Government of India. So just to introduce, Filmboard is the world's first B2B marketplace for film-related resources. When I say marketplace, it's like Amazon for filmmaking. So anything that you need for making a film is available in an e-commerce manner on a single platform. So what it offers is discovery, transparency of rates and availability, and convenience, like for any e-commerce thing, and buyer-seller protection involved in the transaction. The problem that we are solving, the whole industry works in closed network groups, which leads to high inefficiencies in the whole process of filmmaking, which leads to timeline overruns and cost overruns. So that's the problem that we are solving. The problem is big. It's 8 billion in India and 108 billion globally. And this is just the content creation. I'm not talking about the overall industry. It's just the really addressable market for us. Our core strength, we are comprehensive, which means everything in filmmaking is available on a single platform. There's domain expertise in the founders. This is the market size that I'm talking about. The competitive landscape, if we plot it on a graph, so we are the most comprehensive and tech-enabled platform in comparison to others. There are players which are listed platforms in certain vertical, like talent or locations, but Filmboard happens to be a comprehensive platform. How we make money like a normal marketplace model, where we are charging a transaction fees on the transaction conducted, and we charge the seller for that. There is another revenue stream which is live, where we take up the project on an end-to-end basis, which is how conventionally films are made. They appoint a line producer to handle the production process. So we handle those things end-to-end basis. And as we go along, there are going to be multiple revenue streams coming in, like sponsored listing or advertising or subscription fees and stuff like that. Besides that, there are certain innovations that we are bringing in. I'll come to that a little later. As far as traction is concerned, we did about 15 million last year, and already we've crossed 65 million. So we've grown more than 4 times already in comparison to the last year.
And you have 20 seconds left.
Okay, so the 4 main verticals on the sell side are talent, services, crew, and locations. I'll just jump slides so that I'm talking only the main things. So these are other tech innovations that we're going to bring in is AI-guided auditions, which is evaluating auditions through artificial intelligence engine. Live location recce's, where we can do remotely the recce, which otherwise costs a whole lot of money, and bringing in a production tool which will help in production planning. Broadly, I'm done with it. So I am.
Thank you very much. I think you can leave at your revenue slide. Thank you, and I'm going to open the floor to questions. All right, while people are coming up with the questions, actually, Alexander, please go ahead.
What was your revenue in 2022 in US dollars? Because it's really hard to understand.
Roughly under $200K, $190,000.
Okay, thank you.
And this year we've already touched about 850,000. So we are on our way to have a 1 million overall annual run rate.
And why do you believe that this is the first marketplace of such kind?
Well, this marketplace is in this industry is first. There are listing platforms, there are directories, there are like Mandy.com is for crew, a platform for crew where you can send message to somebody who you want to engage with. But out here on Filmboard, it's transactional. I mean, you browse, you search, you look at their past profiles, and you see their rates, and you can actually book. and there's a payment gateway integrated, and you can go out and book a person or any resource for that matter.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to clarify. So how much in US dollars did you say you already have for this year?
For this year, we have had $850,000
already in a month and a half.
And month and a half to go.
Okay, I see. All right. Is there anything that you think you also want to cover? Because I think we have some extra time and you have about 1 more minute. Do you want to talk about anything else?
Not really. I mean, I'm open to questions.
Okay, do you want to expand on your market analysis? What about competitors, as Alexander mentioned? And do you have plans for expansion, especially global expansion, as many investors prefer to invest in the US companies because they understand the market better and legalities?
So we actually, Filmboard is set up in US. We started off as an Indian company, but we flipped into a US entity. So we are a Delaware C Corp. In terms of global expansion, yes, we've already, tying up international talent and bringing them into Indian projects. So we've been part of 5 different web series in recent past. We brought a cinematographer from Macedonia, for example, who is now doing his second project in India for Indian Production House. So there's going to be a lot of cross-pollination across the globe as we go forward. A lot of these things are going to happen, are bound to happen, actually. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds interesting. All right, thank you very much for your presentation. That's about what we have time for. And I'm gonna let judges text you in the Zoom chat. And thank you. And let me pass the floor to Corner, represented by Konstantin.
Hey
Hi.
guys, yeah,
Please share your screen.
yeah, already did.
Awesome. Okay, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you. So, hi everyone, we are Corner and we're solving the world's biggest problem. Guess what it is? Right, home renovation. The 43 million millennial homeowners in the US don't have access to quality and affordable home renovation products. Homeowners often have to spend days traveling to various stores, such as IKEA, trying to match their layout with materials that are ultimately out of stock. As a result, 8 out of 10 homeowners feel disappointed with the choice of materials for their kitchen and bathroom. My name is Kostya Miska. I'm CEO and co-founder of Corner, and we democratize high-quality and environmentally friendly furniture for millennials. With our platform, homeowners can build their new eco-friendly kitchen or bathroom in minutes and save more than 100 hours of their time. And by leveraging our operations in Ukraine and manufacture our products in Ukraine, we can dramatically reduce our purchase price, which in turn enables us to offer high quality and sustainable products at big box store prices, while maintaining a 50% profit margin. And this unique advantage gives us access to this huge and untapped $500 billion market of home renovations, which is, by the way, the second largest expense for US homeowners. And with manufacturing operations in Ukraine, we can offer high-end materials at an affordable price, which is significantly lower than our competitors. Our average order value is 10 times higher than customer acquisition cost, and this allows us to reinvest our revenue into new customer acquisition campaigns. We're a Ukraine-founded PropTech startup with 5 years of experience in construction. Together with my co-founder, we already created 2 startups before, and I had 1 successful exit. At Corner, we're really motivated with our mission to make high-end home renovations accessible and affordable. We're now at 1.5 million of gross sales in revenue, and we're building a #1 direct-to-consumer brand in this massive home renovation industry. We're backed by most prominent angels from Europe and the US, and we're excited to partner with investors who share our visions for accessible home renovations. Thank you for your attention.
All right, sounds interesting. Rafa, please go ahead.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey.
Are you more of a marketplace, or is the actual product produced by yourselves? Or are you allowing for different like kitchen designers and interior designers to list their products on your platform?
Yeah, thank you for this question. So we have the marketplace component since we work with vetted designers, which we qualify as our partners and connect with our customers, homeowners. And also we connect our homeowners to the contractors, work with a third-party platform called BuildZoom. And also we're like a tech-enabled home renovation company that allows you to order high-end materials at an affordable price. So we have a manufacturing process in Ukraine, and we can produce our materials 5 times faster and 5 times cheaper. So we kind of like e-commerce and marketplace model mixed.
Thank you.
All right, Guillaume.
Lovely presentation. Just had a question, a practical question. Just run me through, let's say I want to renovate a house. How do I get started on Corner?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it starts from, we have design templates. Our customer can look at those templates on our website. For example, like you want Scandinavian style, modern, traditional, you select this template, then we can create instantly the estimate. So how much will it cost, for example, like what would be the budget for this type of kitchen, for this type of bathroom. Then when you're okay with the price, we connect you with a designer, and this designer helps you like to customize the design template that you selected in previous step. And then this designer helps us to create ordering list that we send to production. And after 6 weeks, you get your materials, and we connect you with a contractor that comes, makes demolition, then like electrical, plumbing, and all other parts of the construction process.
And is the renovation builder supplied by you guys, or how's that go?
The builder, the contractor, you mean? Yeah. So we connect the customer with the database of vetted contractors, and they have an option to select the best option for them.
Okay, and are you guys, just last question, only to the US or globally, Europe? What's your regional focus?
Yeah, we're based in Chicago, and we are currently focused on 2 markets, New York and Chicago, the like top markets in terms of average age of the house, like 65 years old. That's our initial market, and then we plan to expand to other cities in the US.
Thank you.
Okay, Walid, we have 30 seconds for another question.
Presentation. Are you planning to expand outside the US, and how are you handling like logistic and partners who fix like training and quality and stuff like that?
Yeah, thanks for the question. So in the next couple of years, we'll be focused on the US market since it's already huge. And after we'll try to probably expand to other markets. And as for the logistics, we have a logistics partner, which allows us to deliver all our materials from Ukraine to the US in 6 weeks. And the production time is 2 weeks. So in total, it's 8 weeks. It works very, very simple. We have a fulfillment center here in the US, and then we do the last mile delivery to the customer's door.
Mm-hmm. All right, sounds amazing. Thank you very much for your presentation. And I'm gonna pass the mic to Prime Class, represented by Ivan.
Hello, everyone.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Do you see my screen?
Yes,
Yeah?
you have 3 minutes
Okay.
and counting.
I am 5-time exit immigrant founder at Prime Class. I relocated to Los Angeles from Ukraine last July after Russia invaded my homeland. My track record includes executive MBA, Forbes list, and $1 million in daily sales. All our team are A players who did contribute to our initial success in the US and committed to solve the problem. To solve the problem, it's important to understand the reasons why people are unsatisfied with their jobs. To name a few: unfair pay, underappreciation, overwork, and both. Our solution addresses them all. Prime Class is like coding boot camps, Lambda School, General Assembly, to name a few, but for the content creation niche. We help photographers, videographers, illustrators become freelancers and get a decent income. We charge them using a combination of customer-focused and payment plans with an average revenue $8,000 per customer. This scheme helps us to maximize conversion while balancing LTV CAC and CAC payback period. What is the market for our solution? We top-down and bottom-up approach. We came to the similar numbers for some, around 1 billion a year. Unlike most pre-seed startups, we did have a chance to prove our product while working in the Russian-speaking markets with 72% graduation and 90% placement rates, based on thousands of students within 4 career tracks: photographer, illustrator, motion designer, and influencer. Once we found product market fit, we did grow from 25K to 100K in revenue within 8 months. Then our home market disappeared because of Russian invasion. We saved 117 human lives, being volunteers, and start preparation to enter United States. On October 17, we did get our first sale in US. Since then, we did grow every month and improve our metrics. We are very capital effective. We did achieve this result spending less than 100K between May 22 and January 23 using investments from US angel investors. It happens because we did optimize every step of the funnel. Our first goal is to increase total revenue to customer acquisition cost ratio from 8 to 12. Our second goal is immediate customer acquisition cost payback. To achieve that, we need to collect between 8 and 12% of the revenue upfront, depending on actual total revenue CAC ratio.
And you have 20 seconds to go.
One of the reasons why we were able to achieve our LTV CAC is that Prime Class uniquely positioned for the freelance market. Our growth speed depends from 3 variables: how fast we will be able to scale sales team, how fast we will be able to add marketing channels, and how fast we will be able to add new career tracks. And we are confident that we can execute this vision with our team, who have a great track record. We are rising right now, and please contact me offline. Thank you.
Thank you. That sounds amazing. All right, Alexander, please go ahead with your question. I think you're muted.
Sorry. Can you tell us about your product once more? Because I really did not understand it.
Yes, our product, we help people become freelancers in content creation niche by teaching them at our boot camps and career accelerators. It's very similar by business model to coding boot camps like Lambda School, General Assembly, to name a few, and like many others. But we uniquely position it for the content creation niche, big and growing market with opportunity to get to 1 billion in annual revenue.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
All right, Rafah.
First of all, congratulations, and I really commend you on the way you've pivoted and taken that story and started rebuilding again, and the fantastic growth you're achieving within the US market so far. The question is back to the product. So basically, those boot camps, is everything virtual, or are you actually creating location-based boot camps?
Everything is virtual. And if we speak about why we did achieve so high graduation and placement rates, even with virtual approach, there are 3 things. One, we don't give knowledge. We have for this Google and ChatGPT. We give people upgrade of their mental models. When one piece of information degrades, they can replace to another. Second part, we learn them by doing. So they have perfectly polished portfolio at the end of their study. And third one, we have unlimited feedback loops from industry experts who are their mentors. So this is how we are doing what we are doing today.
So on that, does the bootcamp has a start and an end date, and then you lose that customer, or how do you maintain the relationship with your customer beyond the bootcamp?
I can tell you very much details online. We have a vision that after people graduate, we have a community for our alumni. Like every university, it's like nothing new. But what we did, we are going to make on top of this. Actually, we are going to create a marketplace for content creation freelancers, because one of the biggest problem in the marketplace is to build critical mass of supply and demand. And actually, we are building supply side of marketplace for free.
Right. Okay, I think we're kind of out of time, but Walid and Adrian, please feel free to ask your questions either in the chat privately for the startup, or type them in the Q&A and startup can answer publicly. Thank you, Ivan. That was amazing.
Thank you.
And allow me to introduce High Counselor, represented by Rani.
Hello, everyone. Let me share my presentation,
Sure.
and we'll get started. Can you all see it?
Yep, let's go.
Okay, great. Hello, I'm Rani Haroun, president and co-founder of High Counselor. So despite all the technology that's available to us today, the job search process is still inefficient and extremely frustrating for most early career professionals. It takes them 30 to 40 hours per week and up to 6 months to find a job. Why? There are two main reasons. First, the job application process is still very manual. Job seekers waste weeks to apply online and rarely hear anything back. And when they hear back, it's often to get rejected. And why do they get rejected? It's in 99% of the cases because they don't have enough or the relevant experience. So my co-founder and I left our full-time jobs in 2019 to solve this problem. First, High Counselor has automated that whole job search process. Our solution finds and applies to relevant jobs. It gets them 5 times more interviews and the job in 12 weeks on average. High Counselor also provides a unique platform where they can use their technical skills in real-world projects and get the hands-on experience they need to add to their resumes and finally launch their career. It should be no surprise that all early professionals in the world struggle with those same exact issues. In the US alone, early career professionals looking for a job every year is a $44 billion market. We're currently focusing on the most in-demand, high-skilled, and paying tech jobs, which represent a $5 billion market. Our customers can sign an income share agreement or ISA, where they only pay once they have landed the job. Our average revenue per customer through that model is $8,000. Our candidates also have the option to pay $7,500 upfront or subscribe monthly to our automated job search resources. In terms of traction, we have, since we started in 2020, enrolled over 700 job seekers, 350 of which have already landed a job through our program. Our bookings have since then been growing at a minimum of 30% quarterly, and our current booking run rate is at $4.4 million. Most competitors focus on helping job seekers learn a new skill, prepare for interviews or resumes, but no one truly helps job seekers get interview opportunities. We spent the last 2 years built tech and IP to do just that and much more.
You have 20 seconds left.
We've been more than doubling our bookings year over year since we started. There is still plenty of room for us to grow. We're projecting $12 million in booking for this year and $70 million within the next 3 years. We're currently raising our Series A. Happy to connect with anyone interested to learn more after the event today. And for now, I'm ready to answer any questions.
All right. Okay, let's start with, actually, I want to ask, so what is your specific revenue projections? Because I see revenue bookings, but what about what's going on right now?
Sorry, what is that?
So how do you, what is the difference between, I personally don't quite understand the revenue bookings. What is the current revenue that you have right now?
Okay, so bookings essentially are when a candidate gets enrolled, okay? And we get paid once the candidate has landed the job, okay? Revenue is once that candidate or that student has landed the job, that's when we start getting paid.
All right. Alexander, please go ahead.
Thank you. Your traction is impressive. I have probably, there are so many founders that are building these HR solutions. And can you just explain maybe in more details what is really different about your product?
So what is different is, so it's basically an ecosystem. It's not just, because a lot of our competitors, like I mentioned, they're really just focused either on interview preparation or helping candidates with their resumes, but no other competitor is doing everything that we're doing. And that's exactly what our platform does, is it really helps them through their entire journey, starting with the helping them prepare for the interviews with their resumes. For anyone who doesn't have the experience, that's also something that's pretty unique with Hire Counselor, is we provide real-world projects where they can go online and apply their technical skills in a real-world project and get that experience they need to add to their resumes.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Rafah, with your question.
Do you have a metric on the percentage of the applicants that actually did end up landing a job within 12 weeks?
Within 12 weeks, no. What we have is within 12 weeks is the average. So most candidates, that would be around that average within 12 weeks. So we have some candidates who have actually landed the job within 3 weeks. It could be obviously more than that. They sign a contract with us for 12 months. And within 12 months, we have a 96% success rate.
Thank you.
All right, Tony, please go ahead.
Sure. So who pays for you? The job seeker?
Correct. Yes, it's the job seeker that pays for the program.
And you talk about skills and resumes. These days, I don't know, I've done a lot of hiring. To me, resumes don't mean anything anymore. So I don't know what the value is for helping people write resumes anymore. But if you're actually trying to solve the demand and supply problem, right? I mentioned earlier, there's a market with 4 million talent gap. I'm sitting on 2 boards. We're trying to solve that, 4 million talent gap for cybersecurity and AI. I would say if you can help solve that problem, I'll be happy to learn more. And if you provide the supply side, there are platforms using AI that solve the demand side, right? Where basically they're displacing non-value added recruiter and placement agencies that charge 25%. The supply side on those skillful workers, it is a gap. So if you can actually focus on that instead of being yet another general counseling services, which means people losing jobs and they're being sent to these career counseling services, right? To me, it's kind of like somebody hacks your credit card and give you credit monitoring services. If you talk to people who've gone through it, you would really need to differentiate yourself for someone who just lost their job to come and pay you in hoping to find a job. So I don't see that model very successful. And more power to you that you've already done that. So, but yeah, if you want to focus on cybersecurity AI and build something vertical, feel free. I'll be happy to help.
Yeah, and that's actually what we're planning to do next. And that's the thing with the resources that we provide to help early career professionals launch their career. It's exactly providing that experience And we're not, what we're doing is not just applicable to tech jobs, but also to non-tech jobs. And I would be happy to spend more time with you to explain to you how
I
that
appreciate that.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Allison and Ivan, I'm going to encourage you to, I think that's all we have time for, but I'm going to encourage you to write your question in the Q&A or maybe ask it in the chat privately with the startup. I think both, or also you can ask it publicly in the chat. I think I'm going to pass the floor to Anna.
If we are done with the startups, you surely think right.
Yes, I do.
Great pitches, wonderful startups. You can exhale. Dear judges, we have 1 minute to go before we close the votes. Please make sure you voted for all the startups. Go to our event page and make sure you are registered under your profile, and every startup has a mark evaluating the investment potential, and we will be closing the votes and then go group by group, see how different groups evaluated startups, who is the winner in each group, and then we will see the aggregated vote of all the groups, and we'll have our winner today, which is really exciting and really easy, I hope. And then I'll talk a little bit with our official judges. They will give me feedback personally on startups, and it will be very good for you to pay attention. Please mind what's going to happen. Okay, I am sharing our event page so you can see everything that's happening real time, and I'm switching on the music. The end of music means the end of voting, so please go and make sure that every startup is evaluated already by you, because our algorithm now needs a number from you on every startup to work perfectly. Okay, here we go. And judges are also done voting. Okay, what am I doing? I'm refreshing the page. And we see those dots, meaning the votes are closed. No one can vote. We can only calculate them, which is done, thank God, not by our fingers, but by our machine algorithm. Okay, so please show us the votes of business angels. How did business angels vote for the startups? You see the evaluation of the business angels. Startup who got the most get the 10, the 9, 8, and so on. Okay, what did expert board think of our participants? Please show us. See, expert board has their own point of view, and let's see official judges, and I'll talk to our official judges. And official judges. Yes, official judges have their mind of their own, which is very interesting. Guillaume, let's start with you. Can you please tell us who are your favorites today? Who did you give the most? Who evaluated, whose investment potential you evaluated the most, and why?
Yeah, these were some very interesting startups. For me, one of the favorite ones was Prime Class. I really appreciated the way they pitched. On a personal level, I loved Corner because I'm actually remodeling my bathroom currently. So was very curious to see how they're forming a threat to IKEA. So I really loved the way they did it, and I love the efficiency as to how they move. Additionally, I would definitely take a closer look at Click. What's the one? Kikliko. That one, I am very cautious about those guys because right now social networks can be a little bit tricky to really evaluate. Lastly, I loved Film Board. They are yeah, very creative and very revolutionary, I would say. So applause to those guys.
Wonderful. Thank you, Guillaume, so much for such a substantial feedback. That's very important. Thank you. And Walid, what do you think of our selection of startups today?
Yeah, I think everybody did very well today, and everybody here is a winner. It's been a tough decision looking at what could be the best. But again, mostly my criteria, it's about the impact, dealing with big size of a problem, and also the way they could go to market. My favorite will be Control Energy. I think these guys are doing a beautiful job. Still, they need to validate a lot of stuff, but I think they're starting from a very solid perspective. Then second, Corner, I think they have done great. Some challenges down the line. Prime Class, I love Prime Class, especially fitting in within the creative economy and stuff like that. I think those are my first three.
Okay, wonderful. Very interesting. Thank you. And Rafet, what do you think? Have you found something interesting today?
Yes, actually, yes, I've found them all to be very interesting, and each one brings a different angle to the table. Each business model has its pros and cons. I'm unable to select a favorite because they're so different than each other. So I don't want to be pulling comparisons here.
Well, that was easy. Thank you, Rafet. Kelly, please help. Men judges are struggling. Please help us to find out who is who today.
First of all, I want to congratulate all the startups. You did a great job. And thank you, Alex, Anna, and Victoria for organizing another wonderful event. So my picks are based on my investment interests and resources. So one I picked today is Control Energy. They offer environmentally friendly solution, and their battery is very easy to use and replace. And for their business growth, it really depends on their channel resources. For that, I may have some potential clients for me, for you. So please contact me later. So another pick for today is Kikliko. They had a very interesting concept to offer a much more diverse way to express our emotions on social media. So I want to learn a little bit more about this company. So congratulations to all the startups. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Kelly. You're wonderful as always. And Alexander, what do you think? Do you have any favorites?
Yes, today I'm really agree with voting of official judges, and in fact, and other judges as well, because today we have 3-4 leaders in our competition. I like Control Energy. I like the problem that they're trying to solve, but we don't invest in hardware too much, just occasionally. So my highest marks today was for Everhome, Datum, and High Counselor. And
Okay, so we are ready to see who the winner is, and I have special music for this. Here we go. And congratulations, Control Energy Everhome almost made it. Just one little point from being the winner. So the first place, Control Energy, second place, Everhome, and third place, High Counselor. Wonderful. Congratulations, Control Energy. Please speak up.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. It was really challenging to pitch hardware, clean tech startup in 3 minutes. So I did my best, and thank you. And great job, all the other startups. I really loved what you're doing, and really love to see different angles, like people focusing on numbers, or their own business model, etc. It was refreshing. Thanks.
Wonderful. Get ready. Exactly in 1 month, 16th of March, exactly on Thursday, the same spot you'll be pitching for the whole planet. We have 2 sessions of pitching, morning for one hemisphere, European night for other hemisphere, American morning, and get ready. It will be great. And
I'll do my best.
wonderful. And if anyone needs to speak up or wants to share their thoughts, please go ahead. We have a couple minutes on the air.
Thanks for putting this together. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for being
I would like to add something,
awesome.
if it's possible.
Yes. Yeah, Adrian, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Very interesting, the pitch of Prime Class, which was raw, actually, was not very commercial, but was very rooted into the business. So the metrics were there. It was the only startup saying something about investors' money, you know, the diligence on using investors' money. This is a very rare find, you know, because it's very important for startups to understand that at the end of the day, is very important what's in it for investors also. So in the pitch, it has to be a lot about them, but also a lot about the investors, because it's very important. Very few startups are doing that, because the rate of failure in the investment in the startup world is very big, you know. So in order to really succeed, you need to be better than 95% of everybody. This is the reality.
Absolutely.
And adding that, it was a very short phrase, but it made the whole difference. Very, very nice. And the quality overall was very good for the projects tonight. Very good quality.
Okay, Prime Class, get contacts of Adrian. He likes you. And wonderful. Thank you so much. Very valuable feedback. Yes, Alison.
Thank you.
You know, first, great job, everybody. You know, my hot button is go to market. And so what was missing from a lot of the presentations was who is that initial client where you're going to get the most traction the quickest. So I feel like a lot of the presentations were missing that. Some had it great, right? But for me, if I was going to recommend you to investment community, I really need to know that you know exactly who your client is and how you're going to get me the traction. So I know you only have 3 minutes, but make sure it's very clear who the initial people are for this product.
Thank you. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you. And Rafael, please.
Yeah, great job, everyone. In an international competition like that, you need to stand out and show why your business or the uniqueness of your value proposition, not only on the local level, but at least on the regional level or maybe on a global level. And in many cases, that didn't come across. What is the uniqueness and what makes you, what is the secret sauce in your business? I just advise everyone to put more emphasis on that next time. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rafael, so much. And I guess we are done with our wonderful event, and see you all next Thursday. It will be AI Unicorn Battle. Very interesting solutions with very interesting things awaiting for us when startups will be pitching. So the same place, the same time, next Thursday. And thank you for being with us. Startups, you did great. Judges, you are my favorite. Please stay safe. Please stay calm, and we will see you online again. Thank you, and bye-bye. Thanks, Victoria.
Bye-bye.
Great event.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Bye, Victoria. Bye, Anna.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Sure.
Bye, Victoria. Bye, Anna.
Bye-bye.